everybody. Rebecca Overson here with the Art of Building a Successful Massage Practice. And I'm so excited for the person that we're going to be interviewing today. You guys are going to love her and you're going to love her story. Her name is Nikki Iskander and she is in Toronto, Canada. And she is just a fantastic human being and a fantastic massage therapist. And I'm just so proud of her results and everything that she's created in such a short period of time. You know, talk about creating your dream practice like right out of the chutes. That's exactly what Nikki did. So I'm really excited to bring her on camera with me today so you guys can hear it from her. You can hear it right out of her mouth, exactly where she was and where she is now, and just the awesome things that we have to celebrate. So as always, you guys, if you have any questions for me or for Nikki as we're going through this, feel free to put those in the comments. And then also say hi in the comments below so that we know that you're watching. And anything else that you want to share with us about what's going on in your day, that's awesome. We'd love to celebrate your successes as well. Okay, so give me just 1 second. Let me see if I can pull Nikki on the camera yet. Not quite yet. I know there's a little bit of a lag, but she should be joining in here soon. And by the way, a huge welcome to all of our new members. We have so many awesome massage therapists joining this group every week. Hi, Nicole. Great to see you. And I just love knowing that this is the greatest place on the internet for a serious and focused business conversation for massage therapists. No drama, no meanness. We play nice, we moderate comments, we kick people out on the daily that aren't playing by the rules, you guys. We're really serious about protecting you so that you know that this is a safe place for you to ask questions and get the support that you need, whether you're brand new in practice or, you know, decades in, it just doesn't matter. I'm here to support you, okay? All right, and for those of you that don't know who I am, again, my name is Rebecca Overson. I became a licensed massage therapist in 1995, and I live in Salt Lake City, Utah. And for the first 8 years of my practice, I struggled to even make a basic living, which eventually led me to throw in the towel and quit and get a real job just so that I could survive, you know, but I was totally heartbroken. Massage therapy was my passion. Healing work was just my calling. So I took a couple of years off thinking I was, you know, just done with massage therapy. But after a couple of years, I came back and built a thriving practice with a ton of vision and focus and actual business know-how. It just suddenly clicked into place, and I built a thriving practice almost overnight, which just led me to another decade of success in my practice. So it's really my honor and my privilege to be here and support you guys, either just through this free Facebook group, or also I've got a free webinar training at rockyourmassagepractice.com. You guys can go there and grab that free 60-minute training with me, as well as my very high-level paid 8-week mentoring program for massage therapists that are really serious about ending the struggle now and getting real proven strategies for creating off-the-chart results. So that's what we're going to do with Nikki today. You're going to hear how any questions that you want to ask her as we get going here. Hi, lady. I love your purple wall. It's always the fabulous purple wall behind you.
I got a sleeping kitty next to me too. This little lump.
Is that Dave?
This is the other one, Marla.
Yeah. Oh, Marla. Okay. Hi, Marla. Sleeping lump of kitty cat. I love it. So introduce yourself. Tell us, you know, your name, where you practice, what your niche is, and how many years you've been a massage therapist.
Hi, everybody. My name is Nikki. I live in the greatest city in the world, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Clear blue skies, sunny day today. It's beautiful today. I've been a massage therapist since 2015, so 4 years. So it's definitely a second career. I'm still kind of new-ish. I'm going to say niche because I'm Canadian. We don't say niche, we say niche. So I'm going to say niche for the remainder of this.
Sorry.
It's a French word, guys.
I'll say niche.
My niche is women and trans folks. So I treat mostly women, trans women included. And I do treat trans men as well. And I treat men that I know, and I treat men by referral, but my practice is like 95% women.
Awesome. Very cool. And I'm curious, what were you doing before massage therapy? I love your I love your history, and I think that everybody else would like to hear that. So share, curious if you'd be willing to share what you were
Yeah,
doing
of
before
course.
massage
I
therapy.
spent 10 years in the music industry. So I worked in music, I dabbled in film, I worked at a record store all through university. And then I worked at a record label, the largest music company in the world. I worked there for just over 4 years. And it was so much fun. And I got free CDs and free concert tickets. And Gene Simmons one day was in the cafeteria at work. Like it was a lot of fun. But there was no job security, no future. The money wasn't great, and I knew I needed to get out and go back to school. So I narrowed it down to the law and massage, and I chose massage, and it was absolutely the right decision.
Why did you choose massage therapy? Pray tell.
Over law,
law?
yeah. I know
Right?
a lot of lawyers. My brother's a lawyer. I'm surrounded by lawyers. I don't know a single lawyer who works what I would consider to be reasonable working hours. I think they just work way too many hours, way too hard, and I didn't want to do that. I love the law. I'm interested by it. I'm fascinated by it. And my brother, the lawyer, even said to me, I think you would make a great lawyer if that's what you want to do, because you're intelligent and you're argumentative, but I don't think that's what you want to do. And I said, you're right, I'm going to go to massage school. So the reason I chose massage school, which if you're watching from the States, you might be surprised because it's a very different climate up here in Canada. I went to massage school first and foremost for job security. The job security in the industry here where I am in Ontario is obscene. I get weekly offers for jobs that I didn't even apply to. It's ridiculous. And also, and you always say, and people always say, nobody goes into massage therapy for the money. I did. I went into it for the money. I thought, wait a minute, I can charge $100 an hour and I can work 4 days a week. I want to do that. So it was job security and money.
Yeah.
And the whole, I want to help people. And I wanted a job that was physical. I was tired of sitting at a desk. And selfishly, I wanted a job where I was spoiled at the record label. I could listen to music all day, and you can't bring a boombox to court. So I thought, I want a job where I can listen to music all day. And massage just checked off all the boxes. I get to be my own boss. I get to charge a high hourly rate. I have control over my time and my schedule. I have a lot of job security, and I get to listen to my own music all day long.
So great. You have a massive
CD
thousands,
like 2,000-3,000 CDs. Yeah.
She's like this whole wall in her house. And one thing I love about you is that you guys, Nikki doesn't play waterfalls and chimes and pan flutes. She plays rock and roll. She plays Smashing Pumpkins. She plays, it's pretty great. And how do your clients
feel about
that?
They love it. I've had people even, like, I've built a reputation for myself. I've had people refer out to me, and I've heard rumblings on, the internet or friends of friends saying, oh, Nikki, is that the massage therapist who plays the good music? Like, who's the one who plays the good music? So I always say my official slogan is, you look like you need a massage. And my unofficial slogan is, you will never hear the pan flute in my treatment room.
So great. So great. You're such a rock star. Even without your gorgeous, Nikki just ended a 17-year relationship with her dreadlocks, you guys.
I'm back to my natural curls.
Back to her. It's her hot pink dreadlocks.
Pink, purple, blue. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So, okay, let's do this let's talk about your journey, but I want to start where you are now, and then we're going to backtrack. Okay. So just tell us what your practice looks like now. Any specifics you want to share in terms of how many clients a week you see, the hours you work, your gross revenue. I mean, anything that you're comfortable sharing, because we just want to get a sense of where you are now, and then contrast that to where you were, what, a year and a half ago?
Yeah, it was last March. Last March. Yeah.
March. Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So where are you at now? What's your practice look like?
I'm in my house right now in the West End of Toronto. And I work from home. So I work from home 3 days a week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So after this interview, I'm fully booked for the rest of the day. And then I kept a second job. And a lot of people think that that's a sign of failure or weakness, and I don't see it that way at all. I do have another job where I massage at a clinic downtown 1 day a week, and I love it. It's very well run, and I work with a lot of my friends, and it's nice to get out of the house. And the shifts are short, and I don't have to do anything to get the people on the table. It's just easy money. So I do that 1 day a week, but this is my primary practice, working from home 3 days a week. So I currently work 4 days a week, 10 months a year, and then I travel the world the rest of the time. I've already taken, I think, 11 weeks of vacation this year, and I've visited 6 countries. So
Oh my gosh, wait, this is outside of your tour of Asia
that
last
was
December.
January. Yeah. So that was this year. Yeah, that was
January?
well, I left December
Wow.
30th, so technically, but I didn't land in Bangkok until New Year's Day. So
Wow.
I spent the first 6
Oh
weeks
my
of this
gosh.
year backpacking solo around Southeast Asia. And so I've only actually been working in my business for like 7 months of the year, and I've already earned more than I did in all of 2018. Yeah, and the busy
Wow.
season is
Did you
starting
guys
now.
catch that? Wait, say that again. Say that again, because some people are like,
Okay,
what?
so
Say that again.
in 6 months, actually, because I hit this landmark a few weeks ago, in 6 months of working this year in 2019, I have earned in my private home practice more than I earned in all of 2018. And last year I worked the whole year. I didn't take vacation. Well, I mean, I took like a few days here and there, but I didn't take extended vacation. So from end of January, when I opened my practice last year, until the end of December, I made more than that in the past 6 months, essentially. So, yeah.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
efficient, and that's exactly what you wanted. I actually have your application up from our discovery call. It was
Oh,
February
really?
28th, 2018 that you filled us out. Yeah. And you said, my goal is to triple my home business. You were seeing 5
Oh, no.
clients a
Oh,
week at the
no.
time.
I was
Okay.
seeing like
And
2 to 3 people a week when I first opened.
less than that. Okay. Okay. And then you said, I want to cut back on working at a clinic. Success to me means having complete control over my time, treating clients I enjoy seeing, and feeling financially secure indefinitely. Which I love that, because, and this is why we celebrate this, because you took all this time off, still making all the money, and still come back to, I remember when you took off for your trip, you were like fully booked by the time you came
Yeah.
back, or even before you
Oh,
left,
yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that.
I
Yeah.
left at the end of
Yeah.
December 30th. I left to go to Bangkok. And I was getting bookings into February and March by that point.
Isn't
Yeah.
that amazing? That's the job security, right? I'm going to go take off and backpack by myself through Asia for 6 weeks. But when I come back, I have a practice. It's not like, oh no, what happened to all the
Yeah.
clients? The business died without me. It's that you have built such sufficient momentum that it's still going even in your absence, and ready and waiting for you when you
Yeah.
come
And I
back.
raised my
That's so
rates. So back
powerful.
like last, October, November, when I was seeing people, and I would tell them at the end of their appointment, by the way, I'm fully booked for the next month. I'm going on vacation for 7 weeks, and I'm raising my rates. And I came back to a
And
full burgeoning practice. Nothing, the world didn't explode. I didn't
and
lose everyone. And they all said,
yeah,
congratulations, worth every penny.
amazing. How much did you raise your rates by
So
that
that
time?
time I was undercharging because I was new. I didn't know what I was doing. I set my rates before I met you. So I was
Hmm.
undercharging at $90 an hour, which, by the way, in Toronto the average is around 100. Like, you can charge anywhere from 95 to 110, and that's fairly normal. People don't
Hmm.
blink an eye if you charge $100 an hour. So I was charging
Yeah.
$90 an hour,
Yeah.
um, and then I raised my rates to 99. So I raised my rates $9 that first year. I'm going to be raising them again in
Mhm.
January. And I raised some of my rates. I raised by $19. So I was charging $150 for a 2-hour massage, and I upped that to $169. Plus tax, by the way.
Awesome.
You guys know Canadians love our taxes. We charge 13%
Yes.
tax. So it's, add another $13
Wow.
to that hour-long massage. It's significant.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, so you guys get an awesome picture of where Nikki's at now. Now let's backtrack.
and let's talk about where you were at in March 2018 when you reached
Mhm.
out for help. So what was the reason? So you just found me
Yeah.
through Facebook, right? You've been in the group for a while, so
I
that was
think
how
I'd
you
been in
found
the
me.
group for like
But
a
what was
month,
it that,
maybe. Like I was new to the group.
yeah, 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 good. And then you reached out. What was the reason you scheduled a call? What was the motivating? What was going on, or what happened that prompted you to schedule a call and reach out for help?
I had just randomly stumbled upon your group on Facebook. I think it was suggested to me by the algorithm or something. And so I joined the Art of Building a Successful Massage
Hmm.
Practice, and I started watching your weekly videos when you used to do the weekly Sunday videos. So I watched a few of those
Yeah,
for maybe about a month. It was like 3, 4 weeks in a row. And I was like, I like this one. And I
yeah,
had used to have 2 jobs outside of massage school. I quit one at a chiropractic clinic. It was poorly run, and I thought I can do this better myself. So I quit that job and opened up a home practice um, with no plan. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no business prowess. I wasn't business savvy. I had the basics. Like I had a decent website, but I'm working in my house. It's a residential street. No signage, no awning, no storefront. Nobody knew I was here. uh, I just I didn't know what I was doing, and so I just opened my doors and sent out a few emails and said I'm working from home now. And my first week in business, which was the end of January 2018, I had I think 3 clients in like 4 days. I was open 4 days a week at this point. I had 3 clients, so like less than one a day, and I was thrilled. I thought that was amazing. I was like, 3 people came to my house and gave me money. That's amazing. Um, but I had room in my schedule for so much more. I thought, okay, what I really want is to be doing 5, 6 a
yeah,
day, 3 days in a row. Like I wanted to go from I wanted to quintuple my business. I wanted to go from 3 people a week to 15 people a week. And I knew I could trial and error it. I could waste my time. Um, or I could find somebody who knows what they're doing, and I could get some help. And I had been watching your videos, and I liked your style, and I thought, okay, she knows what she's doing. I'm going to give her a call.
yeah. I totally remember our call because I remember we've talked about this since, but I remember you guys, I be prepared. Like one of the questions I often ask in these 60-minute calls that we do is why should I choose to work with you? Because look, the fact of the matter is, I mean, our schedule is booked. There's so many massage therapists that just need help for whatever reason, and we love that. That's what I'm here to do is to, support you. But I just like I teach you guys to be selective about who you work with. You know, I'm selective about who I work with. So I asked that awkward job interview question, which is, why should I take you on as a client? And Nikki answered it and she goes, well, let me ask you something. Why should I hire you as a
Totally.
mentor? And I was like,
I was like,
oh,
wait a minute. I am a joy to work
yeah, it
with.
was
You're the one
great.
who's trying to get my money. Why should I work with you?
You're like, you're going to love me. Right. Or so it seems.
Yeah.
Right. So it was just great. I knew I liked you from the start because I was like, oh, you have those, um, there are certain characteristics that all successful massage therapists possess. And that's what I'm looking for before I work with somebody. Because if they don't have those internal characteristics, it's not going to work. It would be just would be a waste of everyone's time, or it's just not going to work. Right. So I just knew from the start, I was like, oh, Nikki's just going to be like, once I give you a strategy and once you know it's just like, it's going to explode. And it did. Right. So share what happened during the program. What were the results you got during the program? Brand new home practice, no storefront, no signage, no knowledge of
No
how to get
clients.
clients,
Yeah.
no clients.
It
Yeah.
far exceeded my expectations. It blew me away. I think the biggest, the numbers don't lie. You say this a lot. The numbers don't lie. One of my
Yeah.
goals it was like 8 weeks. It's just me in my house 3 days a week. Like I don't need hundreds and hundreds of people. I wanted 15 new clients in 2 months. By the end of the program, by
In
the
the
eight
eight
weeks, I
weeks.
thought if I can
Yeah.
get 15 new clients to come see me, I think that's fair, that's reasonable, it's achievable. I would be happy with that. That's like 2 new people a week for every week of the program. I got 50.
Which is totally
Yeah,
attainable, right? 15, everybody in my program
yeah.
can
I
get
got
that.
I got
And you got
50. I got
50.
50 new clients in 2 months. Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
make that up. So and hundreds more since. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah, that was the biggest change. That blew my mind. And
It blew my mind
yeah,
too.
and unanimous 5-star Google reviews. I currently have 52 5-star Google reviews. I'm the highest rated massage therapist in my neighborhood. I have people like begging to work with me now. I turn people away, actually. I turn, like, every couple weeks I'll turn someone away if they're not the right fit.
Wow. Yeah. Isn't that so nice to be able to do that? Like so many people, it's the opposite. It's like, oh, I can't go on vacation because I have 2 people that want to get in and I'm so desperate for money. I'm so desperate for income. I can't say no to these clients. And then you end up all resentful because it's your clients that are running your life, not
Totally.
you. I love that you can say no to people and be like, nope, sorry,
Yeah.
I'm booked. I got all the clients.
I love it. I love saying, oh, I got a visitor. We got a visitor. Say hi, Davey.
Hi, Davey.
That's Dave Grohl the cat.
You guys. Dave Grohl, the cat version. For those of you that don't know, Dave Grohl was the drummer for Nirvana and is the lead singer of Foo Fighters.
That's the name of my cat.
You know, tying it back into the record industry right there, right? So you went from 3 clients per week to minimum 3 per day. You also were one of your goals was to cut back at the clinic, right? Or was it the chiropractor job?
No, it was I call it a studio. It's a massage studio. They do massage and traditional Chinese medicine. So I'm still there. That's the job that I still have. But when I opened my home practice, I was working there 3 days a week. And I wanted to cut back to 2, and then I eventually cut back to 1. So now I'm just working there 1 day a week because I'm busy enough at home that I only need to work 4 days a week. Yeah.
I love it. It's like I just keep hearing it's just life on your terms. It's you have a say. You get to create. You want to work 10 months a year. You want to raise your rates to 100 plus per hour. You want to say no to people because you're busy, or you got a Phil Collins concert to go to.
I did. I canceled on someone because of a Phil Collins concert. I did. I called her up. I was like, I'm so sorry. I got tickets to Phil Collins. I can't treat you tomorrow. And she came back.
Yeah. Right. And that's like having control over your business. And that's what I want for you guys. You know, it's so the opposite in this industry because we have all these heart-centered people that want to give and want to help, but without the structure and the CEO kind of thinking, the business owner thinking, then you're just like being dragged behind a cart, you know, being dragged by a horse the whole time, and your clients are really running the show. And I just love seeing an empowered massage therapist over there that's reaching, you know, that you're just reaching all of your goals and that your practice is giving you the life that you want to have instead of you being a slave to your practice.
That's totally how I feel.
You know?
My business works for me.
So great. Yes. What was there anything that was like counterintuitive or surprising for you that I had you do during the program that actually like you were just like, okay, I'm just going to take the coaching and just do it. I'm a little skeptical.
You know me. You can be a little woo-woo sometimes, and the mindset stuff and those cards that you use on your videos. What are those cards?
Oracle cards.
Yeah.
Oracle cards.
Yeah, no. But I'm not super into that kind of stuff. Like I don't know anything about astrology. I don't know anything about crystals or Reiki or like I don't poo-poo it. I'm not against it. It's just not my style. Yeah. So some of the more like hippy dippy kind of, mindset, manifestation, that kind of stuff was not really my style. But I was like, you know what? I signed up for this. It's 8 weeks. She knows what she's doing, and I'm going to do everything she says. So I did the stuff. I did the mindset stuff, and I did the work, and it was interesting. Definitely not my go-to strategy, but it was kind of nice to just have like a holistic kind of program that tackles all different kinds of issues. There's strategy, and then there's also mindset.
A little bit of woo-woo, just a little bit of woo-woo, but it's the mindset stuff that makes the strategy work. And for some people, I would honestly say, Nikki, I would say, and it may not have even been the case with you. You just straight up needed strategy. You didn't come in with confidence issues. You didn't come in with an imposter syndrome. You didn't come in with massive years of failure behind you and
I didn't
total.
have
I mean,
debt.
you were just like, yeah, just show me how to do this.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you were just like, let's just do this. And so I can see why that would be a little bit like, do we really have to do this? But for people that really are struggling with those things, if they don't do that mindset work, then none of the strategy is going to work.
Totally.
Right.
And I was having this conversation recently with my brother about, we were just talking about money in general, and about how many people, and like starving healer syndrome, and how many people are so resistant to money, and money is bad and money is evil, and eat the rich and kill the rich and all that. And I've never felt that way. Money is great. I like it. I want more of it. You can do a lot of good with it, and it gets you freedom and confidence. And so I didn't have those kind of money blocks that I think a lot of people in this industry do have.
Yeah, and that's huge. I mean, I think that's also partly to your credit, why you produce just awesome. I don't think anybody's gotten 50 new clients. I think Naomi, I think she got like 30 or 40. She's hot on your tail, but that's just incredible, explosive growth. Tell me about why did you choose women and trans friendly as your niche? Sorry, can you believe she just said that as your niche? Why did you choose that as your niche?
Well, first and foremost, safety. I work from home. I live alone. I work out, like I'm strong, but you guys can't tell from this. I'm 5 feet tall. I am a tiny human. And no matter how many weights I lift, I can't fight off aggressive men. So, yeah, for safety concerns, just as a general rule in my business or in any other avenue in life, I don't allow men into my home that I don't know. And that's just the sad reality of living as a woman. That's just what you got to do.
That's a good policy. It's a good policy for dating. It's a good policy.
Even if I have to get a plumber, like I make sure somebody's in the house with me. So that was the first rule is safety, and a lot of people have been understanding about that. And then also, I had been working for 2.5 years. When I opened my home practice, I'd been an RMT, registered massage therapist is what we call ourselves in Ontario, for 2.5 years. And so I'd gotten my hands on enough bodies to know who I work well with and what I like to do. And I'm going to make a sweeping generalization, and this is not everybody fits into this, but in general, I find that men are larger than women. They're taller, they're bigger, they're stronger, they have more muscle mass, and they want deeper pressure than women in general. And I have tiny childlike hands, and a lot of power in massage comes from the leverage of being tall. And this job is actually quite difficult. It's hard to get the, deep pressure and good power when you're my height. Most tables don't go low enough for me. So I just found after 2.5 years of practicing that I was getting much better results working with smaller bodies, which are typically women. And I was less tired at the end of the day. I felt like I could treat 6-7 women in a day, no problem. But if I got 3 men in a row, I was in pain. I was exhausted. I was wiped. So I prefer working with smaller bodies, which are typically women's bodies. And I'm a feminist. I like supporting women. I like helping women. If there's a population that I want to serve, it's going to be women, because I'm not a male basher. I love men. I have 2 brothers. I grew up in a house of men. But it's harder to be a woman. And so if I'm going to make somebody's life easier, if I'm going to brighten somebody's day, sorry dudes, I'm going to choose women over men every time. And then the trans aspect was, I live in Toronto, which is the most diverse, most multicultural city in the world. And we have a strong LGBTQ plus community. And so there are a lot of trans women, trans men, non-binary, which is people who don't subscribe to the male or female binary gender, and everything in between. And so I wanted to be inclusive. I wanted to make sure that they knew that they're welcome here. I wanted to send the clear, strong message that trans women are women.
Sorry, hit the wrong button.
And
Good.
and yeah, I wanted there to be a place for them to feel safe and to feel comfortable, and to feel welcome, because I've heard some pretty sad stories about trans people not feeling comfortable with certain healthcare practitioners, or being rejected, or being judged. And my space is body positive, and it's trans friendly, and it's judgment free.
Yeah, awesome. I love that. Somebody who was at Bex, I think, was asking, how do you discover your niche? Your niche? How do you, I'm gonna like go to hell. Anyway, how do you discover your niche? And I love what you just said is, first of all, recognizing who you best serve. And that, in your case, is based on your stature. It's based on your strength. It's based on you're working from home. It's based on what you're passionate about, being a feminist, and and then also what you're aware of as a need that you can meet in your community, which is being in a really diverse, city and area of the world, and realizing that that's where you can make a difference. And I think there's so many of those factors that come into play when you're discovering a niche for yourself, and ultimately should be something that not only makes sense, but also something that you love, and something that there's a market for it too.
Yeah.
That's important. So fantastic. Yeah, Leslie's saying I'm Canadian too. It's niche. Yeah, I know. All apologies to the Canadians. I'm just an American. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, I think it's awesome. Nikki's now got this reputation in her city as the go-to massage therapist for women in Toronto. And tell me about confidence. So you said I've gained great confidence as a business owner. Did you want to speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, once you start implementing strategies, sorry if you can hear my cat, she's whining, that and then you see the results, and you start to succeed, and you start to see your income going up and your schedule getting filled. It the confidence just kind of follows it. When I first, I'm a fairly assertive person to begin with, and I was talking about how I didn't really have a lot of those money blocks, but I was undercharging. It's a very saturated area. If you do a Google Maps search of massage therapy around my house, there are like 20 locations within 2 blocks. And there's a very established massage therapy studio right around the corner from my house. It's been there for like 10 years. So I undercharge because I thought I had to have some kind of competitive edge, and that was the only thing I knew how to do. And I don't feel that way. I'm not scared of the competition. I'm not scared of the people. Okay, there are 20 other people within a couple blocks. That's just 20 other people I get to find a way to be better than, or different from. And there's enough business to go around. There are millions of people in this city, so they can pick and choose the therapist they want to go to, and the right ones will find me. And we were talking about, the confidence and just being able to take 7 weeks of vacation in a row and raise my rates, and to come back and still have a full practice. It's totally life-changing. Like I feel confident. I feel business savvy. Before I was just like, oh, I'm just a massage therapist, I work in my house. And now I'm like, I'm an entrepreneur. I am a business owner. Like I feel like I'm only 5 feet tall, but I feel taller.
You are towering in spirit. Okay. You're at least 7 feet tall in spirit and confidence and badass attitude.
Yeah.
For sure. You do have some entrepreneur pride in your family.
Yeah.
I just love the story you told me about your dad, and I would love for you to just share, because really at the heart of that, everybody has the real fuel behind why they want to succeed. And I just love what that is for you. So if you'd be willing to share that, I think people would really
absolutely.
love to hear that.
So, we talk about our why. What's your why? What's your core reason why you're doing something? And my why is my dad. My dad was born and raised in Cairo, and he left Egypt, and then he moved to Canada. He had $8 in his pocket, by the way, when he left Egypt in the 1960s. And he moved to Canada, and he met my mom, and started a business, became a real estate agent, and he made millions. So he lived the American dream, except in Canada. And And 2.5 years ago, he passed away from pancreatic cancer. Uh, and I held his feet as he died. And what really matters to me is that he saw me graduate from school. So I went to massage school. I was the valedictorian in my graduating class. He came to my speech. This was all right before he got diagnosed. And you think about what matters to a lot of women, or a lot of, girls, with their relationship with their father. And a lot of it is, I want my dad to walk me down the aisle, or I want him to hold, my baby. I want him to hold his grandchildren. And I didn't get that with my dad, because he passed away. And also, I don't want children, and I don't plan to get married. And he knew that, and he didn't care about any of that kind of stuff. All that kind of traditional stuff wasn't important to him. What was really, really important to him was property ownership, because he was a real estate agent, and self-employment. So he was self-employed, he was self-made millionaire, owned a bunch of properties. I have 2 older brothers, both self-employed, both property owners. And I was kind of the little black sheep. I had this like liberal arts degree, and I was working at a record label, and he always wanted me to be self-sufficient. And he always told me, from when I was a teenager, he said, for as long as you're working for somebody else, you will always be working for somebody who is not as smart as you. And so I'm really proud and just so honored that I had enough time with him, that the day before he passed away, he saw my house that I had purchased. I purchased a house in Toronto. He saw my house, and he saw my massage studio, and it wasn't set up. I didn't even have a table. I hadn't opened my business, but it was painted. And he knew when he left this world, my daughter's gonna run her own business, and she's gonna be self-sufficient, and she's gonna be okay. And that's very important to me. And so when I think about what really matters in life and what really matters in my business, I think about, what would make my dad proud, and what would my dad do, because he was very business savvy and very assertive, and he built a wonderful life for himself, and he was very good at getting what he wanted. And the best way I can honor his legacy is to try to follow in his footsteps.
Yeah, so awesome. I have the card that you sent me at Christmas. It's right here on my desk. It's in my notebook that says, thank you for helping me build a business that my dad would be proud of. And it's like, now I'm crying, but that's important to me. It's not just, oh, I want to make some money. That's important, but it's not just, hey, I want to make my mark on the world, but that, whenever I hear what's the underlying driving force for why you need to succeed, I totally can get behind that. I can teach people how to get clients all day long. That's easy. That's my superpower. That's easy for me. I can instill confidence in people. I can train you as a CEO. Like, that's easy for me. But none of that matters if you're not fulfilling that end result, which for you is to carry on that legacy and, to make your dad proud, that like you're standing on his shoulders of what he sacrificed and created a life for himself, and that you're honoring his life and his legacy by doing that for yourself and making your life your own. It's so awesome. I celebrate with you every freaking step of the way. You have so many posts in our graduate group of like celebrations. I went back and I looked and I was like, oh my gosh. It's like Nikki is posting every 2 weeks, like for the last year and a half, something awesome happening in her practice. And it's so great. I just love you so much. I'm so proud of you. You're my Canadian sister. I told you, my son is wearing the Canada mittens that Nikki sent me last year. He's wearing these nice warm Canada mittens to school today because it hit freezing temperatures here in Utah. So you're just always you're a part of my family. Come to Utah, come stay with me, Oh,
hell yeah. Happen. Yeah, that's definitely on the bucket list.
Oh, hell yeah. And then we'll go to the piano bar for sure. Okay, you come to Salt Lake City. We're gonna go to Keys on Main. We're gonna treat you right. Gonna go to Keys on Main and watch me throw down on the pianos, Yeah, so fun. Yeah, I just admire you so much. I'm so proud of what you've accomplished, and you just, from the very beginning, I just knew, okay, this person has like rock star quality, and we just need to show you exactly the steps to take. And you, boy, you did it. You crushed it. You know, you crushed it. So, well, anything else you want to share? Any final words for those that are watching today? Any words of encouragement or anything like that? Because there's a lot of massage therapists out there that would love to be in your shoes and are lost and confused and have no idea how to get there, or maybe don't believe that they can have it.
Yeah.
So, what do you have to say for those people?
I know there are going to be some people watching this who are struggling, and who are hesitant maybe to reach out to you or to work with you. And so I just want to say, I was hesitant too. I had my reservations. I'm in Canada. Here in Ontario, massage therapy is highly, highly regulated. So I was concerned that maybe part of your teachings, part of your program, would have included things that I can't do. There are certain things we can't say. There are things that we can't put on our website. There is a lot of rules and regulations and hoops to jump through. And so I thought, well, she's American. She doesn't understand the Canadian industry. Like, she might tell me to put testimonials on my website, and I can't do that because it's against the rules. And so I had hesitations. And also, as I mentioned earlier, I felt like I was kind of already like a step ahead of the game. Like I've seen some bad websites, and I've seen some low rates and people charging, $50, $60 an hour and burning themselves out and barely making ends meet. I didn't have any of those problems. I had a good website. I have a better website now, but I had a good website. I was charging $90 an hour, which was low for Ontario. But the money was decent, and I felt like do I really need to work with her because she's going to tell me a bunch of stuff that either I can't use or that I don't need. And none of that was the case. There's something for everybody in this program, no matter where you're starting from. I worked with you. I started the program 6 weeks after opening my home practice. So I wasn't struggling for years. I wasn't in debt. I wasn't doing this for 20 years. I was new to the industry, brand new to business ownership. And those 8 weeks saved me so much time and effort and suffering. And it, I think a lot of people worry about the cost. What's the cost? It's so expensive. I can't hire a business. I can't afford to hire a business coach is what I hear a lot. And I think if you listen to yourself, if you're saying I can't afford to hire a business coach, that means that you're not thriving. That means that your business isn't doing well, which is exactly why you need a business coach. That's like saying I'm too sick to go to the doctor. No, you're sick. You need to go to the doctor. That's what they're for. They fix that. So yeah.
Good.
So if you can't afford to invest in your business, that's a problem that can be fixed. The suffering is unnecessary. It's optional. And you think that, oh, I'm going to save my money and just, try it out myself or figure it out on my own. I'm going to save my money, but you're not saving money. There's an opportunity cost of not being fully booked. So if I have the capacity to treat 5 people a day at $100 a pop, and I'm treating 1 a day, the opportunity cost is the $400 of missed income that I am not generating every single day.
Right.
And so you're paying that. That is a form of payment. So go get help. It's 8 weeks. I earned back what I spent on your program by the end of the program. I had enough clients and enough business coming in that it paid for itself. And by the way, also because I'm Canadian, I had to pay for this program in US dollars, which is 30% more in Canadian dollars. So for everybody who's complaining about price, right. I paid 30% more than all of you Americans, and I still got my money back and then some. The discovery call is free. Get on the schedule, give her a call, and stop wasting your time and your energy and your money struggling. It's totally optional.
Thank you for your testimonial. And it's so true. It drives me crazy when people tell me that all the time. They're like, oh, I don't have the money. And I'm like, that's exactly that's exactly the problem that we need to be solving here. And if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're either going to struggle indefinitely, leave a lot of money on the table, or truly go out of business, because most massage therapists don't thrive. In case you haven't noticed, most massage therapists are making a lot of mistakes because they just don't know how to run businesses, you know? And that's the key right there. Once you know how to make money, you can take control of your life, like Nikki, like you have, you know. It's like, oh, now you know how to do it. Now you're free. Go backpack Asia for 6 weeks. Go cancel a client to go to see
Yeah.
Phil Collins. It's like you are in control of your life. And that's, instead of money running your life, you know, you're in control of the money in your life, and you're utilizing it for what you want it to do for you instead of the other way
Totally.
around. So
Totally.
great. I really appreciate your testimonial, you know, and it's because, you know, I know that what I do works, but a lot of people, they want to hear it from, they want the social proof, you know. And I just really appreciate your time. I appreciate your willingness to share. And you've always been a great, you know, advocate. I know you've given me like shouts out all over the internet, and I just love that, you know, because I'm here to serve, I'm here to support. And I think where would Nikki be, you know, where would you be right now had you not gotten turbocharged in the first month of your practice? You know what I mean? It's like, and it's, again, it's not that you would have failed. I don't see anything about that you would have just like, oh, I'm just done, I'm folding. But you wouldn't have had the explosive growth that you had. You may still be trying to get 15 or 20 Google reviews on your website.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we'll never know. And thank God.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I don't want to know where I'd
be
be right now if I didn't do your training. Right? It wouldn't be as good.
Yeah. 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 I think for most people, just knowing that they have a person that has their back, and that it's a different kind of overwhelm, you know, because you can be overwhelmed because you don't know what to do, or you can be overwhelmed because you know what to do and then you have to implement it and prioritize it. You know, it's like, it's a whole bit different ball game when you have a plan in your hands and now you can use it for the rest of your life, you know. So I love it. Keep on rocking, girl. Really appreciate you. Thanks so much for your time. Okay, well, go serve your clients.
Yeah.
Full day of appointments, right? It's awesome. Okay. Thanks, Nikki. Appreciate you so much. Yeah. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Okay. Don't you guys just love her? Are you guys so inspired? You know, it's truly, I think about Nikki and her dad, and living that dream of being self-sufficient and taking life by the reins and making it what you want. And the truth of the matter is, if you're self-employed as a massage therapist, having great massage skills is only a third of the equation. Truly. It's like, no, it's like 25% of the equation, guys. It's obvious you have to have good massage skills to build a practice. But the other 75% is how you run it. It's how you communicate with people. It's how you prioritize your business hours. It's having boundaries. It's all of these different things that, you know, some of us have an instinct with, and some of us are missing certain things. Some of us are missing a lot of things. But again, it's like that proverbial, you know, 4-number combination lock. Even if you have 3 of those things dialed in, but that 4th number you don't have, the lock is not going to open. And that's just so important to me, that you guys have everything going for you, that you can stack the odds in your favor to succeed, because you know the odds are against us. Just look at the statistics. Again, it's slightly different in Canada, but in the rest of the world, and certainly in the United States, the odds of success in this industry are actually very slim. But just looking broadly at entrepreneur success rates, we all know that statistic. Most businesses fail within 5 years, and they fail because they're undercapitalized, which means they don't have enough money to keep them going. Lucky massage therapy is a business you can start with very little capital, but if you don't have that to keep going, if you're not making money as quickly as possible, it's really hard to keep going. It's very discouraging and frustrating. So I hope you guys got some great wisdom nuggets there with Miss Nikki, and just get inspired in you about what's possible when you can create a practice that you love and really take control of it. It's really, really great. So if you guys have any further questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can do that through my Facebook page. It's just Rebecca Overson. I think it's Rebecca Overson Coaching, but just my Facebook page, Rebecca Overson. You can message me there. Also, if you have not seen my free training, it's called 5 Shifts for Creating a Successful Massage Practice. Please go grab that, you guys. I've had so many people. I mean, I talked to a guy yesterday who booked a call with me. He said it was mind-blowing. It just resonated with so many of the struggles that are rampant in this industry. And it's so it's so transformational to think like, oh, it's not you, it's the industry. It's not your fault you're struggling. No one ever showed you how to do it, and businesses certainly don't, sorry, massage schools certainly don't teach business in the way that they need to teach it in order for you to be thriving. So, you know, it's nice for me to know that I can put my decade of suffering, you know, and then a decade of success to good use to help you guys and really turn this industry around and just turn your life around, turn the struggle around. You don't need to struggle. Okay. So please take advantage of all those resources, including this Facebook group, these interviews that we do. I do pop-up, you know, live Q&As. I do, you know, whatever special topics are coming up in the group. If there's special topics you want me to address, feel free to just send that to me through Facebook and say, hey, I've got a question. Could you address it on a Q&A? I'm happy to do that, you guys. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to support you. And for those of you that are really serious and very, very committed about making a change now to either get your practice off the ground or fix a failing practice or a lagging practice, or maybe you're just paralyzed by analysis or just the sheer terror of actually going for it, that's exactly the kind of person that I help. So we have a limited number of 60-minute slots every week between me and Coach Amy, who helps me with the demand for calls. But these are free calls, you guys. We do have, again, some prerequisites. Please be respectful of our time and the time of the other massage therapists that need help. And just book those calls if you are, you know, absolutely committed to succeeding in business. This is not a hobby for you. You know, have a real need right now to either do it right the first time or to fix some problems that are really bringing you down, either financial problems or mindset problems or boundary problems or just, I mean, you guys, that's all I do all day now is solve massage therapy practice problems. I have yet a problem that we don't know how to solve. So, you know, if that's you and you're serious about your success, then go ahead and grab one of those slots. I even may have one in my calendar this afternoon for one lucky person. Looks like I might. I even might have a call available like right now. It's not going to show up on my calendar, but quite frankly, I have a little wiggle room today. If somebody's just absolutely like feeling like, hey, Rebecca, you're talking to me, I need to talk to you, then shoot me an email, okay? Because my calendar won't show you, but it's my email is hello@RebeccaOverson.com. And it's Rebecca, well, you guys know how to spell it. It's on the top of this damn Facebook group. Or my schedule and the application for the mentoring program can be found at rockyourmassagepractice.com, and just click on the work with me page. That'll give you all the prerequisites and the link right there to schedule an appointment with me or Amy. The calendar will assign you to me or Amy, but Amy is trained. She's awesome. She's massive heart. She's also a graduate in my program. She's, you know, just phenomenal and just so excited to serve you guys. And yeah, I mean, truly, guys, Amy and I talk every day and we cry. We cry about what happens on these calls. You know, you guys just get on here so committed and opening your heart up, and we love to serve you. If it's right, we'll invite you into the program and give you the details. And if it's not a good fit, we'll direct you to some other resources that are good for you. But you know, it's really a service that we offer to help you get clarity about what you need and what steps you need to be taking. Alexis says, do it. You will not regret it. You know, I have so many successful graduates. We actually have lined up every Thursday, you guys, through like December. We're going to be doing these interviews. So buckle up. I'm also building out my YouTube channel, which is going to be a lot easier than those of you going through the Facebook group to try and find all my videos. But we're putting all that on a Facebook channel, or sorry, a YouTube channel, so you can just go through and just, you know, autoplay, get all of the free wisdom and knowledge and nuggets that you could possibly get here. Okay. I love you guys. Thanks for being a part of my community, and thank you for what you do. And just remember, you're not doing the world any favors by dimming your light. You deserve to shine, and the world really does need your help. You all are gifted, skilled, passionate healers, and it's always my joy and privilege to help you build a business around something that you love so that you can truly succeed. All right. Thanks for joining me today, you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.